It's time for our daily dose of cope, and clearly this leopard has been eating good. Now, I didn't get to the daily dose of cope yesterday, so I have a lot of stories to get into today. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. We have quite a few how it started and how it's going. And this dude right here, or this person right here, is quite the potty mouth. So this one's titled, "The F Your Feelings Crowd Surely Seem Overly Sensitive About Their Own Feelings, Laughing My Butt Off." So this person named Cracker said back in August of 2024, Cracker says, "I can guarantee Michigan is not blue. We are bleeding blood red. Trump all the way. I get arms raised, fist out the window when I drive by, or will roll down the window to tell me they love my sticker. Trump is taking Michigan unless they cheat, like mofos again." So that's what Cracker said back in August. So this is what Cracker is saying today. I went to his page and he is dropping the F-bombs a lot. So I'll just be saying freaking instead of the F-bomb that he drops. He says, "POTUS, not sure what planet you're on, but we are fighting for our freaking lives, and we voted for you to represent we the people in America, not freaking Argentina and fake butt Israel. I am one of your biggest supporters. I have traveled across the country, donated, and went without to support you all 3 times. And this is how you repay MAGA? Israel first, Argentina first, and we are freaking broke and last. I work 60 hours a freaking week, and I'm only supporting me. I am freaking drowning for freak sakes. I can afford to eat one freaking meal a day, as it costs at least 100 mother freaking dollars a week for hardly any food. My rent is so freaking high, I could have purchased a mansion 10 years ago. My 2 young adult sons with educations and skills cannot find a freaking job that pays more than $15 an hour, and they have families with kids. Sir, you can eat poop. This is not what I voted for. Freaking illegals still on welfare and Medicaid. No, they're not. No, they're not. And home loans through FHA that we cannot qualify for. Go freak yourself. Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump. Not sure what happened to your dad, but ever since the assassination of Charlie Kirk, he has done nothing but betray the people. We are not stupid. Bibi the bastard Satan spawn is out to unalive your father and us, and we see your freaking disaster sister and brother-in-law simping for the fake Jews. The Bible warns us all about the fake freaking Jews in the fake country of Israel. Israel is a person, not a country. You all need to read a Bible. Your dad is pretty guaranteeing a loss for everyone. No one is going to vote. No one is going to vote for anyone with APAC handlers, and we say bring it on. Either we get our effing country back from Israel with POTUS help, or we will do it our effing selves. Constitution is real, effing clear about aiding and abetting the enemy." That was a lot. This dude, Cracker, was really, really mad. And he had reshared this video of Donald Trump talking about Argentina having no money because they are fighting for their lives. And the people here in America, poor MAGA, fixed income MAGA, Medicaid MAGA, they're struggling and they are upset about this whole Argentina thing. Yes, I really sat there and read this whole thing. We have another how it started. I told you I have quite a few. So this one, back in October, this person named Islander671 is responding to a post from Leading Report. That report says federal employees throughout the executive branch are reportedly panicking at the thought of another Trump administration, fearing they could lose their jobs. And then Islanders says, "I'm a federal employee and I'm not panicking. I go to work and do my job to my full potential, and I have strong ethical values. I'm not scared because I'm doing my job and not following the woke agenda." Trump 2024. And then back on October 2nd, Islander said, "Well, folks, this is why you vote for Donald Trump, because he puts Americans first." Trump 2024. So that's Islanders. Oh, and this is where he's talking about FEMA and how the Biden administration didn't do enough or have enough money through FEMA, even though we see how that ended up with Donald Trump and his administration deciding to just get rid of FEMA and make the states clean up for themselves. So Islander is resharing this video where Donald Trump is talking about Argentina and beef and all of that. And Islander is not particularly happy because Islander is also unhealthy MAGA. Islander says, Mr. President, I am a USA Army veteran with stage 4 cancer. I served my country proud and I am fighting for my life. Me and my family can barely make it. I voted for you in 2016 and 2020. I convinced my whole family to vote for you in 2024. Help our country. So he's poor MAGA, he's veteran MAGA, and he's poor MAGA. That sucks. But this is what they voted for. They voted for a con man that doesn't give a damn about them. So this is Penny Waters. This is how it started. Now, October 2024, so last year, Penny says, I just voted Trump, baby. And then Penny Waters, November 2024, saying, President Trump, please don't forget about Minnesota when you start deportation. So let's go. Let's get rid of these people. Fast forward to October 2025. This is Penny. Penny saying, Dear Don, I think right now would be a good time for those Doge checks. I'm a 62-year-old widow on a limited income. I really depend on my small amount of food help every month. Yes, I have health issues, so I can't work. Anyway, I voted for you all 3 times. So unhealthy MAGA again and poor MAGA again. These people voted against themselves several times over. With Diwali this year, Indian MAGA, which is so strange, but Indian MAGA is really learning how racist MAGA is. So yesterday, Vivek Ramaswamy says, Happy Diwali, may the light prevail over darkness. So that's Vivek Ramaswamy, formerly of Doge, got pushed out. So that's how it started. Then we got the Conquistador over on how it's going. Conquistador reminds them Christ is king. We are a Christian nation. And this is fairly mild right here. These people get extra racist towards these folks. So a bunch of people are saying Christ is king. And then Bowtie Ranger at the bottom says, go celebrate your cartoon monkey god religion back in India. That's where we're going. That's where they're going, not we. I'll just go through these comments. This is a Christian nation. We don't celebrate third world holidays here. Dr. Anastasia says, go back home to India. Nightfall says, go back to your poop hole, Indian. This person says the brown man in a country built by white people. So you see, it's just a bunch of racism towards this Indian dude that really came, and he was all about MAGA. Kash Patel said yesterday, Happy Diwali, celebrating the festival of lights around the world as good triumphs over evil. All right, so that's what he said. So Remnant said Christ is king. And then he has the picture of this god or goddess laid out and looks like dismembered or something. Bendel says this is America. We don't do this. Tony says get the F out of my country. Brian says, sir, please don't promote the festivals of foreign gods in America. Vino says this pagan BS is un-American. BIPOC doing racism. Oh, okay. Go back to India. Good triumph over evil when Jesus Christ died on the cross. Jesus Christ. Go Jesus Christ. Get your pagan nonsense out of here. We got Bendel again saying this is America. We don't do this. Garbage human. Okay. I've seen that one. Is that the festival where they poop all in the street? So that's what they're saying to Kash Patel. Greg Abbott decided to wish Happy Diwali to Texans. So this is from Greg Abbott. It says, wish all Texans a joyful Diwali. May the festival of lights bring happiness, peace, and unity to all who observe. So then he has a picture with all of these Indian people smiling. Look at them. And then just a bunch of racism because MAGA is racism. They really, if you're not white, if you're not male, if you're not able-bodied, if you're not straight, they don't like you. But these minority folks still just keep trying to clamor to them as if they have some kind of proximity to whiteness. I'm not going to read all of these because what's the purpose? It's just more racism. I told y'all this was going to end up being long since I missed yesterday. So back in March, this person named Lane says Trump is saving the whole planet. And now Lane was commenting on this post from Sandy saying UN Refugee Agency says expecting significant job loss. The leader of the United Nations Refugee Agency announced to all employees on Thursday that the organization is preparing for significant layoffs, primarily due to the freeze on U.S. foreign aid, as stated in an internal memo. So that's March of this year. Lane was like, Trump is saving the planet. These people are really irritated about this Argentina bailout. Really irritated. We got Lane again. As an American rancher, he's a rancher. As an American rancher, I don't give a flying F whether Argentina survives. I care if my family legacy survives and my government continuously screws me to help corporations in foreign countries. What about my survival? I voted for Trump 3 times and he just proved he's no better than his predecessors. All of them screwed rural Americans for the benefit of their rich corporate friends in foreign countries. F Trump. What a complete effing waste. Look at how he spelled waste, like waistline. But regardless, Lane is upset. I really do wonder, though, how upset these people are going to be. Do they have to lose their whole ranch? Do they have to lose their whole farm? Do they have to lose their whole house and their business before they decide to vote against Republicans? I don't know, but we shall see. I'm just going to keep on doing these FAFOs because I do believe that they have to feel this for 3 to 7 years. And I'm probably about to go up to 10 years, just being honest. We have a Dear Don letter, and I'm going to read this whole letter to you. This is how I'm going to wrap up today's Leopards Are Feasting video with this Dear Don letter. This is Meriwether Farms. This person says, Dear Don, we love you and support you, but your suggestion to buy beef from Argentina to stabilize beef prices would be an absolute betrayal to the American cattle rancher. We understand there are larger economic and geopolitical dynamics at play, including countering the CCP influence in countries in our hemisphere. But the practice of solving problems over there before solving problems here on our soil is what contributed to the downfall of our country. Americans always come last. We understand beef prices are high, and we admire your concern for all Americans, but this is not the fault of the American producer. This is the fault of the politicians who have allowed BRICS-aligned entities to dominate the meat industry that participate in price fixing and who also continually lie to their consumers. Washington for decades has facilitated the squeezing of our own ranchers while allowing these entities to flood the market with cheaper, lower quality imports. And the American people don't even know these products are foreign because they are allowed to be marked as product of the USA. On top of all this, there is only chaos coming from the Department of Agriculture. There's no true guidance, mixed messaging, and a copious amount of photo ops. There is no one to trust over there that truly understands the issues and isn't bought out or aligned with big industries, as if Trump isn't aligned with big industries. The American cattle rancher is one of the last symbols of independence we have in the nation, but the continued manipulation and betrayal by the very people who claim to support them needs to end immediately. While only representing 1% of the population, the work is tireless, daily, in poor conditions, with low margins, without thanks, all in order to keep this country fed. We would be a failed nation if we continue to betray the very people who put food on the table for us. There are so many voices on the outside that support you and want to see you succeed. Maybe it's time to start listening to them. Your team knows how to get in touch with us. Sincerely, Meriwether Farms. This person, whoever typed this up, really took a long time to write out a bunch of words that Trump is not going to understand. They needed to pare this down to like 3 simple sentences because Trump is dumb. Most of these people do not read above a sixth grade level. Maybe Meriwether Farms could have used some pictures with some bright colors or something. Meriwether Farms did this absolutely in a terrible, terrible way. Like, Trump, we need help. We are poor. We need people to buy our beef. Please help. Don't help Argentina. MAGA. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there. Y'all let me know what you think.
Well, first and foremost, we're not supportive of what the president is pitching.
And one of the things we're thinking about doing is beef from Argentina.
And we're extremely disappointed in the comments that he did make. We're hearing from producers who voted for President Trump and now basically are feeling attacked by the very guy they voted for. And there is that sense of betrayal out there. And I think the president needs to understand that. And we've made that very clear in the conversations we've had, that this is not just about the marketplace, but it is about the overall reputation of the administration, because he has not taken the time to sit down and really understand how beef pricing works, the economics of this industry. And we made it very clear we're willing to sit down and have that conversation with him. But as you have mentioned, this is not just about how prices will react in the future. It's about how we have already been hit as an industry, whether it's the president, whether it's the Secretary of Agriculture. I don't think there's an awareness that even the most innocuous of a comment, even if it's just a passing comment, can have significant ramifications on the cattle markets. We've also had longstanding concerns regarding foreign animal diseases and what's really going on the ground in Argentina. Foot and mouth disease virus can travel on fresh and frozen product. We're asking members of Congress that are friends of ours to also call the president or text the president and let him understand what he's done to hurt us as cattle producers.